here we are, first region game, a huge rival game. It's Campbell and Clinton tonight here on Reynolds Field. Jim Freeman joined by the head coach of the Cougars, Coach Justin Price. Coach, we've got to take one step back just for a moment and just talk about Timmy Gibson's play, KJ Chadwell's play. First, Timmy's play, the catch at the 23-yard line. He takes off for 73 yards.
Yeah, we had to, when they got up by 10 points there, and Timmy had a good kickoff return right after that with about 4 minutes to go. And then, when we knew we had to take some more shots down the field. And, we want to try to score as quickly as we can, but also kind of take what they were going to give us. And KJ made a nice route, double move, got down the field, and then Luke Lindsay scored on a wheel route to get us within one score. And then obviously that last play, you're first and 40, and that's not where you exactly the way you want to draw it up to be, especially when you only got about a minute and something left. And but we got in our empty set, and the safety kind of backed up a little bit, and the linebacker that was over Timmy blitzed, and Landon, I guess he saw it. He threw a great timing pass, and Timmy was able to catch the ball. And with the separation he had from the safety, was able to make him miss, and then broke a few more tackles, outran some people, and just what a play that we'll remember for a long time around here.
Well, there's no doubt about that. First and 40 at the 17, by the way, an 83-yard connection. Timmy caught that pass at the 27. Let me correct my math. 73 yards after he caught the ball. And then KJ comes back, and all 5-6 of him with the tip away in the end zone on the last play of the game.
Yeah, they got in position where they could throw the Hail Mary, and we knew that was coming. And they're easy to defend, but you got to be in the right spots. And number 2, who's a really good player for Kings Academy, kind of got a little behind us right there. Didn't have much room between KJ, number 2, in the back of the end zone, and KJ went up. I don't know if he actually tipped it or just got in the way, and number 2 didn't make the catch. That's all I know. And so it was it's a good job of KJ being there. Obviously we'd like for us to get our hands on that ball and knock it down, but it was just a great play by our defense just to seal that one. And I think the way that game went to have a play in the end zone that was in our favor, obviously was good, but that's kind of fitting for that game.
No doubt about it. Coach in the sunglasses today. He's been in the sunglasses the last 2 games, and I wasn't going to let him come in today without the sunglasses, Coach. You're going to go sunglasses on us today, but let's keep that stream going. Tonight it's Clinton. This is a region game. This is a rival game, and a team that's very hungry, that's played some tough opponents so far with a 1-2 record.
Yeah. Well, first I'm going to go, I can't remember if I wore sunglasses or not last week. We'll just say I did, though. But I don't know. Either way, maybe they'll bring us something this week. But, Clinton's got a really good football team. They, I think they're one of those teams that's kind of been building towards this season. When you look at, we play them every year, so we know their roster well. They know our roster well. But when you see these teams that they start playing younger players, and then all of a sudden those younger players are now seniors, that they're made for this season. And Clinton's one of those teams this year. Obviously Coach Keith's done a great job, and his I think this is year 4 for him there, and his son's the quarterback, Joshua Keith, who runs the offense very well. He's a competitor. He's a senior, and when you get Campbell County and Clinton football game going, it's going to be a good one. We've had so many good games with them over the years since I've been here, and but Clinton's they're very talented. They're physical. They're 1-2, but they've lost to 2 really good football teams, and we know that. And they were able to play well last week against Scott County, so they're coming with a lot of confidence, also knowing how big of a game this is.
It was an overtime win, a block extra point, forced overtime a season ago. Your Cougars winning over Clinton here on Reynolds Field. This is a team that's always athletic. Both sides of the ball seems like.
Yeah, they've got some really talented players. Number 8 for them is a Purdue commit. He'll play some offense and defense, and on defense they like to move him around. He'll play safety, play linebacker. So we just got to know where he is, and obviously we'll try to go the opposite direction if we can. And so he stands out. Then they've got so many talented players. Obviously I already talked about Coach Keith's son at quarterback, and then they're pretty good up front. They lost a big lineman last year. They ended up going to Vandy, and so they've had to replace him. But, again, we're dealing with an experienced team and a team that I think is very determined to make this a special season for Clinton. But also at the same time, I think we've won 2 in a row now, and you can learn a lot in defeat, but you also learn a lot when you win, especially when you win and it's not your best night. And that's what happened to us last week. So we've been able to correct some things and correct those after a win, which is kind of nice. But we know we've not played our best yet, but we do know our best is going to be needed to compete with this Clinton team.
Well, we've seen your team excel on the ground, through the air. What will Clinton give you tonight, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the big question for us. You know, last year we were able to throw the ball very well on them, and so I don't know if they'll change some things up. Maybe that they're going to decide to put some pressure on Hensley or drop everybody back. You know, we've seen a little bit of both some this year. But I do think our offense is probably more dynamic than it was at this point. You know, when we played last year, we were more of a throwing team, run a little bit. And right now, we feel like we can win a game doing either one. We feel like if we need to throw it every play, we can win. We feel like if we need to run it every play, with that we can win this thing.
Well, it probably is all going to come back to your line, offense, defense, and your line has played mighty well this season.
Yeah, our offensive line, again, those five, most of them are experienced and played a lot. And, so we've leaned on them tremendously throughout these first three games. And what that's done is been able to give those inexperienced receivers that we had coming in just time to find their get used to this Friday night experience. And so we'll lean on them, whether that's pass blocking, run blocking. You know, we got a lot of confidence in our those five guys up front.
It's the Cougars and the Clinton Dragons tonight. Of course, Coach, aside from taking care of the football, what might be a top-of-the-list key for you to have success tonight?
Well, you know, obviously you want to try to score every possession, but I think it's key for us to try to keep Clinton's offense off the field. You know, they're very explosive. You know, Coach Keith's son, he's a UT Martin commit at quarterback and has the ability to score a lot of points. He can throw, he can run, he's very dynamic, and he's a smart quarterback. And we've just got to make sure if we can keep them out of rhythm. Obviously, if we can score every play we have, we'll try to do that too. But you know, I think it's try to keep their offense out of rhythm, and then us offense will be able to control it, and then defensively, if we can find a way to get create some turnovers, to maybe again steal the momentum as much as and as often as we can will be huge.
Rival game, region game, it's all here tonight. The Cougars and Clinton. Coach, we wish you well. We'll see you after the game.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. Have fun. It's the Cougars and the Clinton Dragons here in just moments on the WLAF Tires Shop Sports Network.